There is a wall that can heat your home in winter, cool it in summer, and cut your energy bill close to zero. No furnace, no air conditioner, no electricity required. Just sunlight, air, and a sheet of glass. But here's the part almost nobody tells you. This wall was tested, validated, and proven to work decades ago. And then, people just stopped talking about it. Not because it failed, but because it worked too well. Stay with me, because there's one detail about this system that completely changes how you see modern homes. Let me ask you something first. If a wall could replace your heating and cooling system, would you trust it? Or does that sound like something that shouldn't exist? Be honest. Drop your answer below. Because this isn't a theory, it's not new, and it's definitely not experimental. This system has existed in different forms for thousands of years. Now here's where it gets interesting. Long before electricity, before HVAC systems, before modern engineering, people already knew something we forgot. Walls are not just barriers. They can be batteries. In ancient civilizations, builders noticed something strange. If you built a thick wall facing the sun and made it dark, it would absorb heat all day long. Then at night, it would slowly release that heat inward, keeping interiors warm long after the sun disappeared. No fire, no fuel, no moving parts, just physics. But this is where everything flips, because the same principle can also cool your home. We'll come back to that. Now fast forward to the 1960s. An engineer started asking a dangerous question. Why are we burning fuel to heat buildings when the sun is already doing it for free? That question led to one of the simplest and most effective building systems ever created. The design was almost too simple. A thick wall made of concrete or stone, painted dark to absorb heat. A sheet of glass placed a few inches in front of it, and small vents connecting the airspace to the inside of the house. That's it. No wires, no motors, no maintenance. Now watch this. Sunlight passes through the glass and hits the dark wall. The wall absorbs most of that energy. The air trapped between the wall and glass heats up rapidly. Hot air rises and flows into your home through the upper vents. Cool air from inside is pulled into the bottom vents, creating a continuous natural loop. No fans, just convection. The result? Your home heats itself all day long. But that's only half the system. Here's where it gets weird. That same wall is storing heat the entire time, like a giant thermal battery. And when the sun goes down, it slowly releases that stored heat back inside. For hours, which means even at night, your home stays warm. Now pause for a second. Would you rather rely on this or pay for heating every month? I'm curious where people stand on this, because we still haven't talked about the part that makes this system almost unfair. Stay with me. Researchers tested systems like this extensively, and the numbers were hard to ignore. In many cases, they provided up to 50% of a home's heating needs. In sunny regions, even more. Half your heating from a wall. Let that sink in. Now here's where everything changes. Because this system doesn't just heat, it can also cool. And this is the part almost nobody talks about. Instead of trapping heat, you reverse the airflow. At night, you open vents to the outside. Cool air flows through the gap, chilling the wall. During the day, you close the exterior vents and open the interior ones. Now the cooled wall absorbs heat from inside your home, acting like a passive air conditioner. No electricity, no compressor, no noise. Just a wall, doing the job of an entire system. Now think about that. One structure, heating in winter, cooling in summer, without consuming energy. So here's the real question. Why isn't this everywhere? Drop your theory in the comments before I explain it. I want to see what people think. Because this is where things get uncomfortable. The global heating and cooling industry is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. And that entire system depends on one thing, your dependence. Every unit sold, every repair, every monthly bill generates revenue. But a wall like this? You build it once, and it just works. No subscriptions, no servicing, no replacements. Now here's the hidden detail I mentioned earlier. The reason this system is so powerful is because it has no failure points. Think about it. What can break? There are no moving parts, no electronics, no complex systems, which means, once it's built, it can last for decades. That's not just efficient, that's disruptive. And systems that disrupt entire industries rarely become mainstream. Now, to be fair, this isn't perfect for every climate. If you don't get enough sunlight, its performance drops. If not designed correctly, airflow can be inefficient. But these are design challenges, not deal breakers, because where it works extremely well. And here's what makes it even more interesting. It's not expensive. Compared to modern HVAC systems, it's significantly cheaper to build. And once it's there, your costs drop dramatically. There are already people using this right now. Homes that stay warm in winter, cool in summer, without relying on machines. No hype, no theory, just results. So why did we move away from it? Because simple systems are hard to monetize. You can't charge monthly for sunlight. You can't patent airflow. You can't sell maintenance for something that doesn't break. So instead, we built systems that require constant input, constant cost, constant dependence. And over time, this knowledge faded. Not lost, just ignored. Now here's my question to you. If you were building a house today, would you include this? Or stick with what everyone else uses? Because the truth is, we didn't lose better solutions. We just stopped using them. And the moment you understand that, you start seeing buildings differently. Walls are not just walls. Roofs are not just roofs. They're systems. And some of them were solving problems long before modern technology existed. If this changed the way you think about something as basic as a wall, subscribe, because the next system is even harder to ignore.